Well, this is perfect, because then Angela can bring her new man.
Wait, I have been missing. What? What? Yeah. It's real new, but fine, I will. Well, I can't wait to meet him. This is perfect.
Met this really nice girl, and we've been seeing each other a couple weeks. Going really good. She's sexy. She's black too.
Okay, Zatima fans, leading up to the series, and now the show, that since it's officially come out, I can coin the term, well, technically reuse it from AKA Nathan / Cameron, who, came up with the phrase Zatima-verse. Jeremy, when does Zatima take place? Is it connected to Sisters? What's going on? Like, what's the timeline like? Now, I can't do a full-on breakdown of the timeline because Sisters Season 5 could come in here and really mess things up, but let me talk about it. Now, based on a few lines of dialogue from episodes 1 and 2, as well as, where we left off in Sisters Season 4, we know that more often than not, well, no, honestly, every single time, Sisters picks up directly where it left off. Like when one season ends, the following season will pick right up. There have been inconsistent measurements of time where some of the actors say each season is about a week, but then in universe, characters will use dialogue to hint at things being, months ago like something in season 1 was months ago when we're in season 3, which contradicts the whole every season is a week, but that's neither here nor there because it makes trying to put this timeline together a living hell for me. But the biggest key point is the fact that Bryce and Angela have been going out recently. According to Bryce, it's been about a couple of weeks now. And it seems that in Zatima, that the show Sisters, I guess Jake was replaced by Bryce. Now, I don't know if Sisters Season 5 is going to explain this in detail. Like, let's say Angela and Jake break up in that show, and then she starts seeing Bryce later. If that's the case, that further solidifies that Zatima, at the very least, is about 2 weeks ahead of where we are in Sisters right now. Because let's say Sisters Season 5, Episode 4, Jake brings up the fact that he's no longer seeing Angela. And if that's the case, then at that point, when Jake does say this to Zach, that's when we can start the counter of, oh, it's been about 2 weeks. But to be fair, just because her and Jake broke up doesn't mean she instantly got with Bryce. That I don't really know, but I do feel like, yeah, the timeline is at least a couple of weeks. Now, when it comes down to certain other aspects, I'll do videos on it. Karen did not have a miscarriage due to the fact on multiple occasions it's been brought up that she's pregnant. And then on top of that, you got to look at the fact that, Zach is still fighting with I think it's the SEC. And I know sometimes I probably said FCC by mistake, but there have been allusions to, Fatima not really interacting with her girls because she's been too preoccupied with Zach. You've been an awful friend because you haven't been around. And I mean, hell, the boys, give Zach a hard time as well for that. So, yeah, with Fatima out of the loop, it makes sense for her probably not to know about Angela, seeing somebody new. And of course, they wanted to meet Zach. That was pretty much the premise of episode 1 and 2. Zach meeting Fatima's friends, and that didn't turn out so well. But, of course, I did my episode reviews on them in a separate video. But yeah, timeline wise, we're a couple weeks ahead of the game. So when Sister Season 5 comes out, let me put it this way. If some Zatima characters pop up early, I'm going to be like, okay, this is confusing as hell. So, like, imagine if Bryce shows up in, like, Season 5, Episode 7. He's well aware of who Zach is. Fatima knows him as well because they were first introduced to each other in Zatima Episode 1. I want to be like, okay, so we literally jumped ahead in time. We really did, because we skipped over a hell of a lot of stuff. So, the easy answer, the fast answer right now is yes. Zatima does seemingly take place within the continuity of Sistas. It's just about 2 weeks ahead of where we are now. Because trust and believe, I could talk more, but I would just be going in circles. So yeah, the key was Bryce and Angela's timeline for their relationship, how that correlates to Sistas, and that Bryce is the new Jake. So, but then again, when you think about it, if Bryce and Zach know each other on Zatima, that means Bryce and Zach still haven't been introduced to each other in Sistas. So yeah, I'm thinking Jake, they probably wrote out the character. I don't know exactly why. Maybe it was a conflict of availability, like Jake's actor wasn't available to play his role in Zatima, but I'll do a separate video on that. So yeah, that's all I got for the video. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hell, because one thing about Zatima, they don't waste time. I mean, I think we covered the span of a couple of days, you know, if not a day and a half, compared to Sistas, where it takes like 7 episodes to get to one afternoon. So yeah, the timeline is just going to keep on moving. The best way to compare it is look at the time. Well, maybe it's not that bad, but look at the time difference between Ruthless and the Oval, and it's kind of the reverse, because the Oval, being the main series, is ahead of Ruthless, the spinoff in the timeline, and the opposite is true of this, whereas Zatima, the spinoff, is ahead of the timeline than Sistas. There you go. Alright, so like and subscribe. Let me know if there are any other clues regarding the timeline that you noticed that I missed in the video. Something tells me that as the season progresses, and especially when Sistas Season 5 comes out, it'll give us more info about what to expect in terms of timeline stuff. And as that comes, I'll definitely cover it here on the channel. But again, like and subscribe, hit the bell icon and select all. That way you do not miss out whenever I post content on the channel. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next one.